Behold the thermostat. Reason I'm starting the second part of the week STEM challenge video with the thermostat. I had to wait a lot more than 15 minutes to get enough meltwater to measure. It's kind of chilly outside still, and we're set to 68 to save energy. So if your house has the thermostat set on a colder day to like below 70 degrees, I would give it around 45 minutes to an hour to let your ice cubes sit. Let's take a look at them. I got some meltwater in here from the control ice cube after 45 minutes, so let's measure it. I'm going to get another cup. Go get my stash here. This is just going to be so that I can save the water because I want to measure how much water was in every ice cube once it's all melted so that we can do some real comparisons. Okay. So let's actually set the camera up so I can show you how I'm going to do my measurements. So again, we're looking for which medium kept the least water from melting. So nothing, just air, mix of nitrogen and oxygen is going to cause. Okay, I'm going to dump some water into the 5 milliliter teaspoon, and okay, that's 5 milliliters. Carefully dump it in here. And let's see, any more? I'd call this around bottoms filled. I'd call this around 6. Okay. So and there's still, there's some kind of at the bottom. Okay, whatever. So 6 milliliters of ice melted, meaning, get my marker. Control cup or melt water after it was actually 45 minutes is going to be 6. Need to label the unit, 6 milliliters. Let's compare it to the soil and to the Amazon package, shall we? All right, I'm actually going to uncover both lids so that they're equal. Hopefully move the banana to make banana bread later. All right. So this is what was in our Amazon package. Let's measure it. Okay, I put it into. All right, let's. Oh, I just found a smaller cup for measuring too. Okay. But I'm gonna estimate. I got so less melted from the Amazon package. It looks like maybe around 4.5. Let's check that with a smaller spoon. So this says it's 1.25. So we're going to go. It's 1.25. I'll dump it back with the ice cube. .25 and 1.25 is going to be 2.5. And again, if you're one of my scholars watching, you haven't learned decimals yet, but it's kind of like a fraction. We're going to tie this to fractions later on in the lesson. 2.5. And half of 2.5. I would round this down to 3, so only 3 milliliters melted. I'm making a video for my students, honey, and for my class. Okay, so I'm gonna remeasure. So this one was rounded it to 3. Now, given that I have a more accurate, I have a spoon that can measure smaller units, do you think I should go back and measure my control cup, my cup that was in nothing again? Why or why not? Think for a few minutes. I mean, if I say go back and measure it, because I want to get accurate results, I want to be able to do it by the 1.25 so that I can compare them, so that we really know what's more effective. All right, now I'm going to get Mr. Sharpie and actually label this cup 1, because I'll get to that in a minute. All right, cup 1. Do that again in a minute. Again, this is cup 2. So cup 2, I'm just going to have them chilling over here, melting. Cup 1. All right. Let's 1.25. Lost a little, but I'm not going to. 2.5. 3.75. 5. And yeah, it's around the same. I got around 6. So 6 and 3. Now let's check the soil. Okay, so that's cup number 1. And now for the soil, I need to be careful. And I am going to put this back in nature when I'm done measuring it, because the grub does need to evolve into an actual. Now this is going to be a little off because there's some dirt in it. I'm going to have to try to get the dirt to not go in the cup, because the dirt will displace the water. Okay. And ready? That's 1.5. No, 1.25. $2.5. And 3.75. Oh, so this is actually going against my hypothesis. Remember what my hypothesis was. Take a moment while I'm finishing. This is 5. So we got 5. Now, if you said my hypothesis was the soil would cause the least to melt, you're right, but take a look at my chart. Well, I got 5 milliliters of meltwater from the... Oh, I did those backwards. I got 5 milliliters of meltwater from the soil, but only 3 milliliters from the Amazon package. So, I'm thinking that tells me the Amazon package is most effective. But now there's one more step. I have to see in a couple hours how much water was in the whole ice cube, and then calculate a fraction and a percentage. Why? Why do you think? Take a moment to think, talk amongst the people in your family. I change the labels. Okay, so this was 3. Oh, this was 2, yeah. So then this is actually going to be 3. Yeah, because the ice cubes, they may have been different sizes. Like, I eyeballed them, but if the ice cube in the soil was bigger, it would have made more meltwater. So we want to get a fraction and turn it into a percentage, which I will do as a different video for your math and fraction-related content for next week. So Mr. Johnson signing off. Looks like the Amazon package did the best job. The man-made material beat nature this time. Have fun. Goodbye.